Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into some of the most shocking and terrifying incidents of people falling into animal enclosures at zoos. These meticulously crafted habitats, designed to give us a glimpse into the lives of magnificent creatures, can sometimes become the stage for unimaginable drama. We've all marveled at the power of a silverback gorilla, the stealth of a tiger, the raw strength of a bear. What happens when the carefully constructed boundaries between observer and observed are breached? Today, we delve into 10 chilling incidents from around the globe. It was a day like any other at the Cincinnati Zoo. Families strolled through the meticulously designed habitats, their laughter echoing through the air, but in an instant, that joyous atmosphere dissolved into chaos. A young boy, captivated by the gorillas in their enclosure, slipped through the barriers and tumbled into their domain. Harambe, a 450-pound silverback, approached the child. The world held its breath watching the interaction unfold with a mixture of fear and morbid fascination. Zoo officials, faced with an impossible decision, ultimately chose to shoot and kill Harambe, ensuring the boy's safety. The incident sparked global outrage and ignited a debate about zoo safety and animal welfare. The San Francisco Zoo, a place of wonder and education, became the backdrop for a horrifying tragedy. A group of friends, their laughter echoing through the zoo grounds, paused at the tiger enclosure, unaware of the nightmare that awaited them. One of the young men, perhaps emboldened by bravado or fueled by alcohol, taunted the majestic Sumatran tigers pacing within their enclosure. In a flash of teeth and claws, one of the tigers lunged, its massive body clearing the barrier with terrifying ease. The man, caught off guard, stood no chance. The tiger's attack was swift and brutal. Zoo officials, responding to the pandemonium, were able to lure the tiger away from the critically injured man. Despite their efforts, the young man succumbed to his injuries, a stark reminder of the raw power and unpredictability of wild animals. Amidst the tragedies, there are stories that remind us of the unexpected compassion that can exist in the animal kingdom. One such story unfolded at the Brookfield Zoo, where a young boy's fall into the gorilla enclosure took an extraordinary turn. The boy, separated from his mother in a bustling crowd, tumbled over the barrier and into the habitat of Binti Jua, a female gorilla known for her gentle nature. Panic surged through the crowd as they watched the boy, seemingly helpless, in the presence of the powerful primate. Binti Jua, however, did not react with aggression. Instead, she gathered the boy into her arms, cradling him much like she would her own offspring, and carried him to the safety of the enclosure gate. The world watched in awe as Binti Jua demonstrated an unexpected depth of empathy and compassion. The Pittsburgh Zoo, home to a diverse collection of animals from around the globe, became the site of a tragedy that shook the community to its core. A young boy, his eyes wide with wonder, stood captivated by the African painted dogs, their playful antics captivating his imagination. But in a heartbreaking instant, the boy's curiosity led to disaster. He lost his footing, slipping through the railing and falling into the enclosure below. The crowd gasped, their screams echoing through the air as the pack of painted dogs turned their attention to the fallen child. Zookeepers, alerted by the commotion, rushed to the scene, desperately trying to distract the dogs and reach the boy. Their efforts, however, proved futile. The boy, overwhelmed by the pack, suffered fatal injuries, a stark reminder of the raw power and unpredictable nature of wild animals. In the heart of New York City, the Bronx Zoo, a sanctuary for countless species, became the scene of a shocking act of human recklessness. A man, seemingly detached from reality, scaled the barriers of the tiger enclosure, his actions a deliberate dance with danger. Ignoring the pleas of onlookers and the warnings of zoo staff, he leaped into the enclosure, landing precariously near a group of Siberian tigers lounging in the afternoon sun. The tigers, startled by the intrusion, reacted with a mixture of curiosity and aggression. One of the tigers, a magnificent male, approached the man, its amber eyes fixated on the intruder. The man, seemingly oblivious to the danger he had invited, reached out to touch the tiger, his hand coming dangerously close to the animal's powerful jaws. Zookeepers, responding with remarkable speed, managed to distract the tiger, allowing them to rescue the man from the brink of death. The Santiago Metropolitan Zoo, a place of wonder and conservation, became the setting for a heart-wrenching tragedy. A man, his face etched with despair, scaled the walls of the lion enclosure, his actions a desperate cry for help. Ignoring the pleas of onlookers and the warnings of zoo staff, he entered the lion's domain, his presence a stark anomaly in their world. The lions, initially startled by the intrusion, watched the man with a mixture of curiosity and caution. Witnesses watched in horror as the lions, their predatory instincts triggered, approached the man, their movements a chilling ballet of power and grace. Zoo officials, faced with an impossible situation, made the agonizing decision to protect human life. Shots rang out, echoing through the zoo grounds, a desperate attempt to stop the inevitable. The Cleveland Metroparks Zoo, a place where families gathered to marvel at the wonders of the animal kingdom, became the setting for a terrifying ordeal. A young boy, his eyes wide with excitement, stood captivated by the cheetahs, their sleek forms a blur of motion. But in a horrifying instant, the boy's fascination led to disaster. He slipped through the railing, tumbling into the cheetah enclosure below. His mother, witnessing the unthinkable, reacted with a mother's primal instinct. Without hesitation, she scaled the barrier, her own safety secondary to the desperate need to protect her child. The crowd watched in terrified silence as she entered the cheetah's domain, her every movement fueled by adrenaline and love. The cheetahs, startled by the commotion, turned their attention to the mother and child. Zookeepers, responding to the crisis, arrived at the enclosure, their faces etched with concern. The Berlin Zoo, renowned for its commitment to conservation and education, became the backdrop for a chilling encounter with one of the Arctic's apex predators. A woman, her motives shrouded in mystery, approached the polar bear enclosure, her actions a deliberate dance with danger. Ignoring the warnings of onlookers and the pleas of zoo staff, she scaled the barrier, her descent a terrifying spectacle. She landed in the enclosure, her presence a stark intrusion into the polar bear's domain. The bear, initially startled by the woman's arrival, reacted with a mixture of curiosity and aggression. Its massive frame, a testament to the unforgiving environment it called home, lumbered towards the woman, its movements deliberate and measured. The crowd gasped, their screams echoing through the zoo grounds as the bear's jaws closed around the woman's leg, dragging her into the icy water of the enclosure. Zookeepers, responding with remarkable speed, attempted to distract the bear, their efforts a desperate race against time. The Beijing Zoo, home to China's national treasure, the giant panda, became the unlikely setting for a shocking encounter. A man, his motives a mystery, bypassed security measures and entered the panda enclosure, his actions a reckless disregard for both his safety and the well-being of the animals. The pandas, normally symbols of peace and tranquility, reacted with a mixture of surprise and annoyance. The man, undeterred by the panda's warnings, approached one of the animals, his movements erratic and unpredictable. The panda, feeling threatened, reacted defensively. Its powerful jaws, designed for crushing bamboo, clamped down on the man's leg, its bite a painful reminder that even the most seemingly docile creatures have boundaries that should not be crossed. Zookeepers, responding to the commotion, rushed to the scene, their faces etched with concern and disbelief. The Toronto Zoo, renowned for its spacious enclosures and commitment to animal welfare, became the stage for a terrifying display of elephant power. A man, fueled by alcohol and a reckless disregard for his own safety, scaled the barriers of the elephant enclosure, his actions a recipe for disaster. The elephants, initially startled by the intrusion, reacted with a mixture of curiosity and annoyance. The man, undeterred by the elephant's size and power, approached the herd, his movements erratic and unpredictable. The elephants, sensing a threat, responded with a chorus of trumpets, their warnings echoing through the zoo grounds. One of the elephants, a matriarch protecting her herd, charged the man, her massive legs pounding the earth with the force of a tremor. The man, his bravado shattered by the elephant's charge, turned and fled. Zookeepers, responding to the commotion, watched in disbelief as the man, pursued by the enraged elephant, scrambled to escape the enclosure. These 10 incidents, each more harrowing than the last, serve as stark reminders of the delicate balance between humanity and the animal kingdom. Zoos, for all their efforts to educate and inspire, can never fully replicate the wild. A moment of carelessness, a lapse in judgment, a reckless disregard for boundaries can have devastating consequences. Thanks for watching. If you found these stories as shocking as we did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible content. Stay safe and see you next time.